All right, boys. Lights, camera, action.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
I stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
Very nice. 5, 4, 3.
From Tobacco Republic in Loomis, California, the Loomis Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. Hey, welcome back. Scott Robinson with you for another edition of Beyond the Humidor. We have a returning edition back with us. The CEO of Guerrilla Industries, formerly the CEO of Guerrilla Industries, Anthony. How you doing there, buddy?
Greg's check cleared, so I finally, came back.
Okay. So the contract dispute is over.
It was
No.
supposed to bounce.
No.
Well, I guess
was
you're
only-
out $10,
Yeah, I
right?
was going to say it was only 11 cents. You got to run the bank account pretty low for that not to clear.
Right?
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Fabulous.
Sounds like me right now. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm here.
Wow, we are really excited.
It's
to
an
do this
excitable group
episode.
tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, there is a little bit of excitement. I mean, this cigar is one that I've been looking forward to for a couple months now.
You don't say.
Yes, our cigar bitch, Tommy Elledge of Traveling with Cigars, and the Vault in Meridian, Idaho, were kind enough to get us this cigar. So today we're featuring the Dead Drift from Wildfire. It's their newest cigar.
All right.
It is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, an Indonesian Sumatra binder, and a Dominican Criollo 98 and Corojo filler. It is a 6x50. Strength says it's about medium to full.
All right. All right.
Hey, go back to that wrapper one more time.
Ecuadorian Habano.
He says, hey, Lawrence, what are we drinking tonight?
We are drinking the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. I'm not sure where I got this. I was moving some stuff around at the shop. I think I told you, the other day.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how many bottles of alcohol were actually sequestered at the establishment. So we're gonna have to rotate through a few of those.
He found the pile he'd been stacking up since people were bringing Christmas gifts a few months ago.
Well,
Yeah,
all right.
man.
And all
some
of a
of
sudden
this-
he's like, God damn.
Some of this, I literally have no idea where this came from. I'm sure somebody, brought it by as a gift.
To
or
whatever
something.
real estate agent is listening and feeling very dejected right now, we're sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you think, somebody with more couth and a little smarter than me would put a Post-it note on this shit when he gets it or something. Not me. I have to sit here months later and go, I had no fucking idea where this came from. So there we are.
All right. All right. Well, Greg, tell us more. I'm going to light this cigar and see where we're at.
I hope Larry's got another lighter because that one was giving me a fit. But tell us more about where we're at. Well, as we record today, PCA just wound down at 4:00 Eastern or Central or whatever the fuck New Orleans is in. I don't know, but we weren't there this year. Obviously, going to New Orleans was a bit much for us, so we ended up. If you guys do want to see coverage, one of our favorite cigar groups that we all followed even before we started the show is back. They disappeared for a few years. I don't really know the details, but look up Blind Man's Puff. They're back. They were doing full coverage of the show on their Facebook page. They had a bunch of lives and some great videos. So, go to blindmanspuff.com, take a look, and follow those good folks because we weren't there. But, we've been talking for the last 2 episodes on the releases that have come out, and this is no different. I have a few more that are coming out. I can't remember if we talked about one of them. So if I'm repeating, so sorry, I'm repeating, but
Y'all get used to it. We've been listening to them to repeat for years.
Right. So we'll get right into the first one here and get the news out of the way first and then go on to the bullshit later. Casa Carrillo is introducing the Ascent 2026 at PCA. This one is a new one. Today, smokers have so many choices with many well-crafted cigars available, so the role of a master blender is not simply to create something new, but to create something meaningful. a cigar that offers progression, balance, and a sense of continued discovery. This particular cigar comes in 3 sizes. It's a 5x50, MSRP $12.75. The saddle. The ridge is 6x52, MSRP of $13.75, and the peak 6 1/4 by 58, $14.95. They're really nice looking cigars. They're a picture to follow. The blend is Ecuador and Habano, Nicaraguan filler from Esteli, Nicaraguan binder from Esteli, and filler from Nicaragua. Obviously, it's manufactured by Casa Carrillo in their factory in the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
Yes. I want to come back to the court ruling because that's a biggie. J.C. Newman unveils the new Diamond Crown Maximus, also at PCA. The Diamond Crown Maximus will feature elegant new packaging and a bolder yet still refined blend of hardy tobaccos. Diamond Crown Maximus will remain a box of 20 cigars. Suggested retail price does not change. They also don't tell me what that is.
I was about to ask you.
They don't tell me.
What fun is that?
The Fuente and the Fuente, Newman, and Oliva families have been friends for more than 60 years. They represent half of the inaugural 1997 class of Cigar and Aficionados Hall of Fame. So they're helping out in the blends on this one. And it is as follows. Or not. I thought it said it in here.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Someone fell in the well, and Lassie didn't tell us. Well, anyway, it's coming out.
You've been helpful.
Right, I know. I try. Let me find the email from Brandon really quick because we have something new from Apostate. And we want to get that and tell you all about it. If you guys remember back a while ago, we talked about they're bringing out a cigarillo. Here it is. So they've brought out 2 things for PCA. One of them is the cigarillo. Come on, be nice. So it is called the Lost Pages, a premium cigarillo built from the bones of something greater. Apostate Cigars announces the launch of the Lost Pages, a brand's first ever cigarillo and its first foray into machine-made production. Available to all authorized Apostate retailers, Lost Pages takes orders at PCA 2026, obviously, with shipping to follow shortly thereafter. The name is no accident. The Lost Pages, of course, is built from premium leftover fillers from across the Apostate lineup. Tobacco that's always exceptional, just waiting for the right form. The result is a short smoke with character that punches well above its size, earthy and sweet with a complexity that hints at full-bodied blends from which it was born. Manufactured through Tabacalera Palma in the Dominican Republic in partnership with master blender Hochi Blanco.
There we go.
Yes. Lost Pages carries the same pedigree as the rest of the Apostate core line, but it's a quick and accessible format you can finish in 20 minutes. It obviously is a cigarillo. Filler is premium Apostate blend tobacco. Flavor profile earthy sweet with layered complexity. Box count is 100 cigars per box. MSRP of said box is $145. I think that's completely reasonable.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm all over that.
All authorized retailers are able to get them. We know an authorized retailer. We got to do some arm twisting.
What about authorized manufacturer to help a brother out?
Brandon, you heard it here first. Get on that shit.
So I often wondered when you would tell stories about Grandpa, like, how could he chain smoke lighting one off another? I think I'm about to find out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how my pop smoked 3 packs of.
I'm going to be chain smoking the Lost Pages. It sounds like.
It sounds like an amazing stick. And 145 a box. Just send boxes, Brandon. We'll send you folding green money. They also announce.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
They also announce the death mask. And what was really freaking creepy, I will find the picture, courtesy of Apostate Cigars. They had death masks made of themselves for the event. So it was kind of cool.
So what the hell is a death mask? Is it like DJ Deadmau5? You just like their face with X's?
Would you like to explain?
So Victorian times were weird. There was a lot of weird mourning rituals, like that's where you get all like the little hair trinkets and jewelry that wives would do of their husbands. Another thing that was popular Victorian times and earlier was especially like Civil War time where you couldn't get a body back always, plaster cast of the face.
Yep.
Oh,
So it's a relief negative of a person's face cast in plaster after they die.
Yeah, and then they cast a positive.
And then
negative.
you can cast a positive from the negative.
Yeah.
what if they got their face blown off?
Well, then
Well,
there's
then-
a problem.
Then it'll make a really interesting salad bowl. I don't know. What the fuck you want?
Here's Uncle Paul's foot.
So they're announcing the Death Mask, a strictly limited release and the brand's first production outside of its longtime home at Tabacalera de Palma. Made at the legendary Tabacalera Ojeva Negra in Esteli, Nicaragua, and crafted from the personal tobacco inventory of master blender James Brown. The Death Mask is available in only 250 boxes.
Huh.
Brandon. Preferences for allocation will be given to new and existing apostate retailer accounts present at PCA 2026. Any remaining inventory after the show will be allocated to accounts already carrying the core line. When it's gone, we'll still find it.
I'm thinking you made a mistake on the number. It's 249 boxes.
Yes.
I'm thinking I agree with that.
One fell off the back of a truck.
Right. The Death Mask wears a rich San Andreas wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and filler, a combination that reflects both the soil Oliva Negra is known for the depth of character Brown has cultivated for over a decade. With the signature apostate flair for complexity and development, the 5.5 by 48 Vitola gives the blend room to breathe and build across a full, satisfying smoke. This is what happens when an irrelevant Utah brand gets its hands on something truly rare. Irrelevant my
Excuse me?
ass.
Who do I have to slap? The
Brandon.
fuck?
Brandon's the one that sent this to me.
If they call themselves irrelevant, that's fine. Someone else did. I'm going to have words.
No, Brandon said this. Apostate has always operated in a tension between mythology and reality. Death Mask is no different. So obviously Brandon and Kendrick blended it. The full details that they've given me is wrapper San Andreas, binder filler is Ecuadorian Nicaraguan. MSRP for the cigar is $20. This is a quote from Kendrick. Death Mask marks the significant milestone for Apostate, coinciding with our 5th anniversary as a company. It also represents a consummation of our special partnership with Ovea Negra family. And Brandon goes on to further say, we went to Nicaragua, got our hands on James Brown tobacco, and made 250 boxes. That's it. That's the whole story. Go find one.
Okay.
I'm thinking there'll be 4 phone calls to Brandon as soon as this recording is over.
I'm somewhat courteous. I'm not going to do it at freaking 8 o'clock at night. Come on now.
I'm not. I will.
Me too.
I'm going to do it at 3 a.m. and breathe heavily into the phone.
All right. And finally.
Hold on.
Mhm.
All he can do is breathe heavily. Let's not get too excited.
True.
I want those cigars. And I want them now.
Creepy.
Click.
Do you have a particular set of skills?
Yeah, but none of them are interesting.
Finally.
You ever seen some yo-yo tricks? You do a mad yo-yo trick.
Wow. Apostate Cigars and expands their core line packaging. Thank the gods. Here it is. New 20 count box options. They are announcing the packaging update to its full lineup of 8 core blends, introducing the new 20 count box option alongside the existing 12 count bundles. The expanded offerings will be on display at PCA in New Orleans. It already happened, but they will be there. The move reflects growing demand for retailers looking for a stronger shelf presence and more flexibility in how they stock and display the Apostate line. The 20 count box format is a natural step for the brand that has steadily expanded its retail footprint since its launch in 2021. 8 core blends, each named with the theme, with Apostate's signature Mormon mythology framework, remain unchanged in blend construction and character. This is purely about giving the retail partners more options and giving consumers like all of us, more reasons to commit to a full experience. Both the 12-count bundles and the new 20-count boxes will be available to all authorized retailers going forward. More quotes. If you wish to read the quotes, you know where to go. LumisCigarCartel.com/new cigar news page. The only thing I did not include in the publication was Brandon's phone number and email. Left that out because I don't think he wants me giving that out to the public.
Probably not.
If you don't send us cigars.
We will, however.
I'm curious what their boxes will look like.
If it's anything like the artwork for the bundles, it's going to be spectacular.
It's fucking cool.
If it matches the label artwork, it's going to be
yeah.
ridiculous. So can't wait.
So
I don't need a full set of the boxes. I really don't.
I don't need boxes, but I'll
take a box. My only regret is I don't have a humidor big enough where I can display the boxes. I just pile my boxes, which kind of sucks.
Sounds like a bigger humidor,
right? How long?
Yeah,
you might need a bigger one.
Yeah,
and that doesn't mean you get rid of the current one. It means you buy another one.
No, what the hell you think? You think I was going to get rid of that one and get a bigger? No.
You got the office humidor, the bedroom humidor, the downstairs humidor, the garage humidor.
Well, realistically, Larry, he could just take those 3 wine fridges he's got downstairs and make those into one big humidor.
Oh, hell no. I need the wine. You know how much wine I have still?
Bitch, you're on GLP-1. You don't need the wine now.
Well, it's aging as I'm on GLP-1, and I can have a glass. I had a glass last week.
How long has the FDA been trying to muck in the cigar shit? A decade or more?
Oh, at least
12,
15 years.
Just announced from the PCA, the Premium Cigar Association, today, which was 3 days ago for those of you that care, or 10 days ago when this episode comes out. The final decision from the U.S. District Court of the District of Columbia finalizing its prior ruling regarding the regulations of premium cigars under the Tobacco Control Act. In the order issued by, and we love this judge, he should be sainted, Judge Amit P. Mehta, the court reaffirmed that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's deeming rule does not, let me say that again for those of you that are slow, does not apply to premium cigars as defined by the court. The court adopted the same definition it previously applied before the FDA thought they could fucking try and overturn this again. This says from Josh Habersky, who is the CEO, of course, of Premium Cigar Association. After nearly a decade of litigation, the decision provides clarity for retailers, manufacturers, and consumers who have had to operate under significant regulatory uncertainty. Premium cigars clearly represent a distinct product category, and the outcome reflects the importance of considering those differences in any regulatory framework. The court order follows a remand from the D.C. Circuit directing further consideration of how premium cigars should be defined. After reviewing input from all parties, the court declined to modify its existing rule. God bless you, Judge. Of premium cigars. The decision preserves the current regulatory framework for premium cigars and provides long-needed clarity for an industry that already operates under uncertainty for a decade. If you are a complete nerd and you wish to read the entire court ruling, go to the Cigar News link on our website and click on this article. It's there for you to find.
Very nice. Very nice.
I will count that a successful win.
Oh, most definitely.
And that is all the news I have for today. There is a fuck ton more for a future episode because, again, it's premium cigar season. It's the new releases. Everything's coming out, and my inbox is still flooded. I mean, it's ridiculous, the amount of stuff. I know I've got a new one from Matilde to talk about in a future show. I've got more coming out from Placencia. I mean, the news is ridiculous. It's almost like I have to start recording little shorts every couple of days and putting them up for you guys because there's so much data coming out right now.
Nice. So we've gotten into smoking this, the Dead Drift. What are your thoughts, Larry?
Started out a little bit rough. Was a difficult light. Kind of an odd aftertaste. The first few draws, that's mellowed out a little bit, but still Still having a little bit of trouble drawing on this.
Little tight.
Little tight. Overall, I think the flavor is okay. But not spectacular.
Okay. How about you, Greg?
I rarely use this term. I like it, but it's fairly average. I do agree with Larry. There's a very strange aftertaste to it right now. You're a little farther into it than I am.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to mellow out a little bit.
It has so far for me, but that first little bit was a little tough to get by.
And I had the same problem you did on the light, the initial light. I had a bit of an issue like Scott's got going on right now, where it's got a canoe going. But
a little bit, yeah.
The flavors are good. The flavors are there for what I would expect out of the wrapper, the binder, and the filler. But it's average.
What's the price point on this?
I don't care about where to buy right this second. Give me a minute. Let me come back to that because I got to look it up under a different site.
Hey, Anthony, what do you think of it?
I would agree with my dad that initial few puffs were a little harsh. And it does kind of have not tannic. What is the word I'm looking for?
That's actually a pretty good description.
Kind of tannic, or like a little bit of that punky wood.
Yeah.
Aftertaste.
Yeah,
which it's not bad, but it's not expected.
It's almost brassy.
A little bit.
In the flavor, like, it's that old penny, and it's, I mean, depending on the price point, where we at, if it's a $30 stick, that's a hard pass. If it's if it's $14 stick, then
14,
might be worth trying one and seeing if it's more in your wheelhouse than it is mine.
Not to be harsh, but even 14's a bit much. I'd knock it down to around 11 or 12, maybe. I mean, it's nice. It's not fantastic, but it's nice.
And there's elements in it that I like I typically like the woody or campfirey vibes, and it's got a little bit of that. But yeah, if that tannic or whatever aftertaste mellows out a little bit, it's all right.
Now,
but yeah,
going back to a couple, they're 4 releases total.
Okay,
I've smoked them all, which it's interesting because I was somewhat excited because having smoked the Wanderer and the Artois and the Revivalist, I like all 3 of those. They're really good sticks. We've gotten several samples of the Revivalist in our PCA, or not our PCA, in our Rocky Mountain bags before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a solid stick.
So it's kind of like, this is a little strange. And I taste the sweet Sumatra tobacco in there. The Corojo's got the little spice note to it, but I'm just not, I don't know. I need to give it a little bit more time as we go through the rest of the show, but a little bit more oomph in this would be nice somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
So
I would probably give this on a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 7. It's okay. It's not bad. I mean, if you come across one, smoke it.
Try it.
It's nice. Give it a go.
Because the biggest thing, as we've said many times, is our palate's our palate. May not be your palate.
Yeah, this may be somebody's go-to. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'd throw this in my yardstick category. Like, if I don't dislike it, I'd grab it and smoke it, but it wouldn't be like I'm going to sit down and have a drink. And like, if I were, working outside or, I don't know how it is on the picking up and setting down, relighting category, but
the others in the line do just fine on a relight.
Okay.
This one, I don't know.
Yeah, I've got to solve my canoe issue a bit, so.
Yeah.
Tamped it on the floor?
Nah. Just let it burn.
There we go. No
fan mail?
No fan mail, surprisingly, this time.
It's spring. The fans are busy.
Yes.
That's disappointing. I thought I'd offended somebody well enough that they would have at least wrote in and told me I was an asshole.
One would have thought, right?
I'll have to step it up a little bit.
So if you remember 2 years ago,
I don't remember 20 minutes ago.
well, that's true too. Our resident camp expert over there was all excited because the big boy engine 4014 from UP was on the trip out. I did not get to experience it in person like you two did.
Man, the way the sound echoes is so weird. It sounds like it's on the other track.
Yeah, it really does.
You are not ready for how big this thing is.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to turn that power.
Pat, stop moving. Oh, people in the windows.
It was back last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And the weather was quite shitty.
It was incredibly shitty.
Oh, yeah.
And they screwed us.
Yes, they did screw everyone because it had planned to come down the Feather River Canyon, which, for those of you that don't know, that's the other way into Northern California by rail.
Beautiful, by the way.
And then come down into Sacramento and sit there at the Roseville Rail Yard and look pretty on static display. And then it was going to go right literally past Larry's house up the 80 corridor over Donner Summit. Turns out, from what I found out, one of our listeners, Wes, has a friend that works for UP. It wasn't UP that decided it did not want it going over the mountain.
Oh.
It was the CHP that said, oh, fuck no, you're not taking it over that mountain.
Oh, because they were worried people were just going to say, fuck the weather, we're following. Oh,
Right.
Fuck.
So that makes perfect sense because
I say the state, it's a state agency said, yeah, for safety reasons, you need to pick a different route.
right.
That, I'll be honest, and because people got angry, I don't know if my dad told you what my brother Pat did. He got a picture of one of the Donner Party survivors, Patty Reed, and threatened to take little flyers down to the viewing that said, if I made it over Donner Pass, the big boy can.
Wow.
No,
He's an angry little fella.
Wow.
Well, that's interesting because I thought it was UP's decision and that makes sense. They spent fucking, I don't even know how much goddamn money restoring that thing to run.
Right.
I told my buddy Ethan, like, hey, it's the equivalent of if you finished restoring your Impala, would you want to drive it over the pass in a snowstorm? Fuck no, you wouldn't. Like, yeah, they're still sending freight over. It's because that's their daily driver. They don't give a shit if it fucking wipes out. They do care if the restored locomotive does. You good over there?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Very cool.
His mic stand just tried to run away from him.
The trade-off is there are some bitchin' photos of it going up to Oroville and through the Feather River Canyon with lightning behind it. Oh, there's some bitchin' photos people took.
Well, fuck, you practically needed to put the motherfucker in an ark to go see it. I mean, the weather was so ridiculous for April. And so we did. Brown came down to visit, and we went and looked at it. We decided, okay, let's get out. We went over by Pacific Street Cafe.
Yeah.
Because Wes goes, yeah, it's right across from the viewing stand. You can stand on the viewing stand and look at it. No, I can stand on the viewing stand and look at the fucking caboose. The engine's at the other fucking end of this, 200-foot train?
Oh, way longer than that.
But so then we decided we drove back around to the other side. I may or may not have run over a parking cone to get into the parking lot. There was nobody there. Who cares? And you don't leave it all blocked off when it's leaving the next morning. Just as we decide we're going to get out of the truck to take pictures, the sky opens up. The good Lord says, okay, you better swim. And I'm like, Will's like, should we get out? I'm like, well, I am. I'm here. It's right here. I'm going to take a picture of it. Okay. So we bail out, get completely soaked, look like drowned rats when we're done getting pictures of this damn thing in the pouring, driving rain. And then obviously the announcement of it's not going back out the way we think it is. And so we decided that next morning, we're like, well, fuck it. Let's try and catch her. So off we go, because the track to up the Feather River Canyon runs right through Lincoln. It runs right down Highway 65.
Mm-hmm.
Had our luck worked out for us, had it not worked out, we would have missed her. But she was put on a siding for incoming freight into the rail yard. And so we're driving up, and it's like, you see this plume of smoke and steam coming up. I'm like, it's right there. And then as the hill clears, it's stationary. So we were able to get up into Wheatland and find a spot where there was no one waiting for it.
Yeah, because a
And-
lot of people didn't know it was coming that way, so they didn't make plans to wait for it like they did when it came down.
right?
I feel bad for fucking Colfax.
So if you guys want to see the video, I'm putting it on right now. So that was the video that I took. Yeah, I know you guys haven't seen the video.
No,
I get it.
you just had that pause, and I was like,
All I need is the pause so I
you
have
can-
something
so
to
you can
cut
see
and put
where
the
it
video
cut.
in.
"Oh, it's an editing." To see
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
I thought you had a stroke.
No.
Be glad he pauses. Nor I would have screamed. He looks for a gap in the audio. I want a peak in the audio. I'll just scream into the microphone for edit
Right.
points. Oh God.
So
Oh no. I need you to reach. I bumped my cord. I need you to reach and plug it the rest of the way back in. I feel like I'm deaf in one ear. There we go. We're good. All right. Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
That's a bad combo for you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was all on the same side though.
Blind in one eye, deaf in one ear. That's not good. But no, it was, you described it last time. It literally was one of the coolest things I've ever seen because
You feel it before you see it.
and
Yeah, it
pictures
shakes the whole fucking ground. It's
pictures
something else.
don't do it justice. The damn thing's a 2-story house tall.
Jeez.
And
It's
we were
nuts.
15 feet away from it when it rolled by. It was spectacular.
Wow.
And
Couple 100,000 tons of iron moving at 60 miles an hour.
it
It's
was only doing
nuts.
maybe 30. It was,
Yeah,
it
they-
hadn't climbed yet.
They were being very careful on the road back. They had a pilot truck in front of it from Oroville to Portola looking for down trees and shit. And yeah, I feel bad that no one saw it over the pass. I had a buddy who lives in Dutch Flat who was going to try to get home and catch it because he can literally sit on the back porch of his house and watch it go by. But, obviously couldn't. And then Colfax, poor fucking Colfax, moved their railroad days from September to last weekend.
Oh.
And they were going to have railroad days and have it was going to make its whistle stop in Colfax in the middle of railroad day. And
Wow.
they had 24 hours notice that it isn't going up there anymore.
Yeah. And that's the second time it had a problem because it was supposed to 2 years ago, it was supposed to stop in Colfax for about 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't. It rolled right through town.
Well,
Well,
they had-
that's
yeah.
because the same thing happened. We had some rough weather the night before, not nearly as bad as last weekend, but enough weather that it wetted stuff down enough that a tree slid down in Auburn and blocked the tracks. And that's why they were sending a pilot car in front of it this year because they're like, fucking the foothills are wild. We don't trust you.
Right.
Jeez.
So Colfax got screwed. Donner got screwed. Reno got screwed.
Truckee got screwed.
Yep. But it was amazing. It's one of the things I will love to go see. I'm probably, I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't really care. Tommy still has his UP pass. So it's stationed when we go back to Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is its home.
Yep.
It's going to be in the UP rail yard so we can get on the rail yard.
Yeah, you probably should have said that.
Anyway,
I will say, because,
What are they gonna do, fire
because
me?
it went the other way up the canyon, there's some cool photos that you don't normally get, because everyone gets it coming from Quincy over the Ketty Y, which is the rail bridge that splits.
Gotcha.
Now they got it coming out the tunnel onto the Y from the other direction, which is kind of
yeah.
cool.
Shit.
You
And-
get there's a before trains were powerful enough to climb hills as well as they do now. They had to do everyone knows the Tehachapi Loop down south where it loops under itself. There's actually one on the Feather River, a smaller one.
Really?
So there was a bunch of people out there where you can get a picture of the big boy coming out the tunnel on the loop with the ass end of its own train over itself.
Yeah.
Speaking of
It's
which,
fucking cool.
have you ever seen a Tehachapi Loop?
That's one of those, if I ever road trip that way, that's one of those little pull over and stop for a little bit and see if I catch a train.
Oh, it's fucking
Because
cool.
it's not crazy. It's literally just like on a model railroad. It's just a helix. The train climbs a whole bunch of
Yes.
elevation in one go, as opposed to, going, it gains what, like 100 feet of elevation in one
Yes.
spiral,
Mhm.
because it has to gain, there's not enough distance for it to do it on the line.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just dead stupid simple engineering. I need a longer cord. I need you to plug me back in. I keep bumping.
Jeez, man.
I'm right at if I bump it with my hand at all, it fucks it up. How did I leave for 3 weeks and I get demoted to the bitch boy earmuffs? Okay.
It's the same earmuffs you always use.
Oh, well, the board's usually half the distance closer
Right.
too.
Well, and that's the other thing. You guys are seeing a lot of pictures right now. Note that photo credit from where I got them from is in the corner.
Yes.
Because a lot of the pictures that I found on the internet, there are some truly, you and I being amateur photographers, there are truly some spectacular amateur photographers in this area, and we've got some
Mhm.
great pictures of big boys. So
I've been paid.
One of my favorite.
you're still an amateur.
One of my
Nope,
favorite
professional.
photos was Sunday morning when it was rolling out. They got the California Zephyr coming to a stop in the station, the modern Amtrak
Yeah.
diesel, with the big boy in front of it and behind it a little
Ooh.
bit. So it got both trains in one shot. It's awesome shot.
Nice.
I will mention for the East Coast fans, pull up UP's website, because once they get back to Cheyenne, it's going to go for about a month of re-oiling and inspection. They're going east. They came out to Sacramento. Sacramento was mile 0 of the tour across America for the 250th anniversary of America. So they're going to go back through to Cheyenne, and then they're going to go out to Omaha. I don't think they're going up to Chicago, but they're going to be near Chicago, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and then they're going to come back through St. Louis
Sweet.
and Kansas City. So they don't have the the hard daily schedule out, but they have the rough, here are the big stops we're going to make.
Yeah. If you guys check your phone real fast, you'll see one of the pictures that I found.
And something really cool is, ever since Big Boy came out 2 years ago,
Ooh.
a lot of the Heritage Rail Foundations are touring their steamers a lot more. They're bringing them out more because there's a lot more public interest in them, which is awesome.
Oh,
Because
that's
if
freaking great.
they don't run them, they don't gain the interest or the the donation revenue to keep them operational, and then they just go back to rusting in a siding.
Right.
So,
And that's the biggest thing is it's nice to see it moving, because you go to an air museum and you see the former glorious aircraft sitting there fucking rusting away and deteriorating, and at least this thing still works and still moves.
And the crazy thing is, for part of the leg of the journey, I think one of the legs in either Utah or Wyoming, it was hauling freight. They're like, fuck it, if you're going that way, we're not wasting the goddamn money to hook on this quarter mile of boxcars and take it with you.
Right.
God.
And that whistle is something else.
I think I said this last time we talked about it when it came through 2 years ago. I had this realization after that train went by, the past was fucking loud.
Mm-hmm.
We could hear that fucking thing blowing its whistle for a solid hour after it left. Damn, it must. We didn't know it had stopped by then, but it's Jesus, it's on the backside of Auburn, and it's still the loudest fucking thing you hear when it blows its whistle.
Okay, I got to tell you the one thing I loved when it came through on your property, Larry. Pat Walsh, our friend over at KFBK News Radio.
He was like a little kid at Disneyland.
Yes.
Wow.
He was so excited. That was awesome. I love that.
Yep. I'll see if I can pull that video because it's on one of our previous recordings. And Anthony's probably still has it somewhere.
It's probably on my phone right now.
Right. But yeah, it's an amazing sight. And if it's coming near you, spend the day, get the grandkids, go see it.
Honestly, you should have enough warning. I think it leaves end of May from Cheyenne.
Correct. 25th of May, if I remember
25th
right.
of May, it departs Cheyenne. And if you can roughly timetable it out, it'll be in Omaha. By the end of that day, it'll be in Omaha.
Okay.
It typically stays for a day or two at the big cities, and then it travels a day to its next major city.
And I think one of the
Within
most
reason.
interesting things is it's going to be, I guess the track is very close to Independence Hall in Philadelphia. So they're going to be within walking distance of each other. So that's pretty cool.
Honestly, it's worth it. Now, I heard people say they traveled 500 miles to see it. That might be a stretch if it's not like a thing you're into. But if it's within a day's drive, make a weekend of it or make a day of it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, some of the families I know in the scout troop were literally going to take their kids out of school on Friday to go see it because it's like, yeah, it comes by. It's come by twice in the last 2 years, but when's the next time they're going to run it by? Like who?
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is this is the UP Roseville is the major hub for the West Coast. So when it travels out here, it stops here.
Yes.
Which is nice. But you also that weekend had some fun.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't sound like it.
For those of you that do not live in our local area, we had Midwest style thunderstorms for about 4 straight days. And 3 of those 4 straight days, I was to be camping out at Beale Air Force Base. Now, there were 2 things going on for this camping trip. Number one, it's called Scout Expo. It's the local council works with Beale Air Force Base and hosts the entire Golden Empire Council scouts, if they so choose, to come camp on the base. They have activities and events. When we first did this event, it was in 2007, and there were 9,000 people there. Now, because of COVID and the Mormon Church not being part of scouting anymore, this year there were 3,200. That's just, the council shrunk. We still got on base. There were still activities. The 2 big problems were, one, the weather. It was biblical lightning and rain, and yeah, it was insane. The other problem was, and this is, again, on a personal note, it was just mildly concerning. We are in the middle of combat operations against a foreign country. I don't know if you guys know this. Beale is a target.
Yes.
Yeah, pave pauses there.
And about 24 hours before I was leaving on this camping trip was when the president was threatening to annihilate a civilization. I'm like, cool, I'm just going to be camping a quarter mile away from the big over the horizon early warning radar that's absolutely a first strike target in a war.
That's right.
And it's like, you know what? Thunderbolt or lightning strike, nuclear strike. I'm probably going to die this weekend, so let's have fun. But yeah, it was the first Friday night we got out there. Everyone got their tent staked down. It was dumping rain, but it wasn't too bad. It was mostly all around us, so we got a cool lightning show. The next morning, it was dumping rain and miserable. There was about 3 solid hours where it was pretty clear from about 10:30 to about 1:30. 1:30, I felt like I was going to be whisked away to Oz. A big squall line came through, blew over easy ups. The base they had all the different squadrons of the base lined up on the flight line. Not the planes, just like they each had a booth and were raising money for their little squadron, charity funds, selling patches and, challenge coins and stuff. It was funny because you'd go from booth to booth and like the Beale the top three enlisted rank people at the base had their little booth and were selling, the Beale top 3 challenge coin and patches and stuff. And they're like, yeah, we use the money we raise to, do charity on base for the families. We do charity outside the base in the local community. We fund like the promotions and parties for people when they reach the higher ranks, and then you walk next door to the 9th maintenance wing and they're selling challenge coins that look like big Zin cans and white Monster cans. They're like, yeah, this is our beer fund. And it's like, the dichotomy was great.
Priorities.
Unfortunately, because, and I do not understand how, and again, the military people in the audience can maybe clarify for me, they were at Force Protection Condition, FPCon Bravo, which is the middle of the 5-tier system of how tight security is on the base. This was the first time we were checked in to the base with armed security, not reservists, professional, like their full-time job is doing this security. And it's like, oh yeah, this is where they were doing active intelligence gathering for the operations in Iran while we were there. And it's like, oh yeah, the KC-135s aren't here because they're somewhere else right now. We only got to see one U-2 and nothing else because everything's either in maintenance to go out or is out.
Yeah.
And what else? And what else does Beale have on base? The drone depot.
Yes, they have none were there that I could see, obviously. But for the very first time at this event, they had the red. Usually you could go up and touch the U-2. This was the first time that I've seen out there that they had the red rope with the if you cross this barricade, use of deadly force is authorized.
Yes.
It's like, oh, we're at war. Okay, good,
Yeah.
cool, good to know. But yeah, that squall line came through, and by the time I got back to camp, about half of the troops were either discussing packing up and going home early, or were already packed up and checking out, because it's like, look, we got rained on last night and got a little wet. We got rained on this morning, got a lot wet. And now half of our tents and easy ups are either no amount of staking was going to save easy ups. We lost 2 ourselves. The only reason we didn't lose half our camp was we just by sheer luck had 3 scouts in camp that could kind of mitigate damage as the storm moved through. But yeah, we hung out for a little while. We did stick around a little longer than we should have to check out the poor suckers. They asked to do the closing arena show. They had like a punk rock cover band that actually the bassist was a dad of one of my scouts. I felt so bad because they were supposed to go on at like 8:00. Fuck, everyone is out of there by 6. So they just told him, look, you guys set up and just play while people pack up. Like, we're so sorry. They felt, and he came over and talked to us, the dad, and he's like, man, they understood, but also it kind of sucks to watch your audience leave before your show. So we, at about 6:00, we were packed up, and as a storm was rolling in, we decided to hang out and just listen to them play for about a half hour, because it's like, man, that fucking sucks. And the shitty thing is they were really good. Like, yeah. they were actually very good. But then lightning started striking. We're like, you know what, we're out. And even then it took us twice as long to get home because a road was flooded. The road to the Wheatland Gate flooded. So they detoured us out Spenceville Road. And then we had to detour through the hills behind Auburn, because 193, we came literally seconds after a tree blocked 193. And it was almost to the point where when we got back to the school there in Newcastle, where our shed is, where we keep our gear, I was like, hey, I don't think we can get out of the car right now. I legit think, I don't think it is safe to get out of the car. There was lightning and shit like directly overhead. It was dumping rain. I'm like, and like that purple and green lightning, not that fun, like, ooh, lightning. No, it's like, yeah, like, no, we're good. We're going to hang out for like 5 minutes in the car before we didn't even like check the gear. We're like, if you had a tent, take it. If there's a wet tent, someone take it home. Everything else, just throw it in the shed and go get home before this next round of weather comes through. It was chaotic.
Wow.
The troops motto is all weather, all terrain. We love adventure. We very much adhere to that, but we also believe in the very last line, which is keep it sane. And after watching half of Camp Fly Away, we're like, you know what? We're good.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that.
And I also felt bad for all the volunteers that put on the Scout Expo, because this is the first time in 8 years they've done it because of the base's security restrictions. And man, I felt so bad watching everyone check out at 6. I felt so bad having to go in and check my troop out at like 5:30. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, we're soaking wet and the weather's supposed to be as bad or worse overnight.
Yeah.
I can't. We're entering the territory of hazardous weather training, and when we should not be out here tonight. And they're like, no, that's fair. Thank you guys for coming. And I'm like, I closed down camp. We got closed down for COVID when I worked at Camp Winton, and that was a shitty feeling. Being like, hey, yep, over. You can't enjoy this week of camp because we're closed. And that's such a shitty feeling. And they put a lot of work into the event, and I felt bad, but you know, what are you going to do about the weather?
Nothing. You can't. I don't know about you, Larry, but I had to drain the pool 3 times over that weekend.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
Wow.
We got so much water in the lower part of the property. We had geese landing in the pasture because there was water standing 2 inches deep in the pasture. So geese are just coming in landing like a biplane, and it's like, oh man, this sucks a lot.
Mhm.
And then that Thursday night before was some of the craziest fucking lightning we've had up there in a while.
Yeah.
Because it comes up from the valley, and once it gets over Folsom Lake, where it's got all that flat water, it just starts lighting up because it's got the science of how lightning works. Like, yeah, the body water just triggers the lightning to start, and then it rolls into the foothills and just keeps going. It was nuts.
Yeah, my 2 dogs, man, with that shit going on, is like, you want to go out and potty? Dog looked at me and like, yeah, you're fucking mind.
But like lightning,
we're gonna piss right here on the kitchen floor. Yeah.
Lightning that rattles the windows.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing that, people don't understand about this area is the storms roll in off the ocean and they hit the Sierras and they have to move. They climb the Sierras to go up and over. So it slows down as it hits the foothills.
Yeah.
So it ends up dumping more than you think.
Yeah. And all that potential energy of the storm is just dumped right between Roseville and Colfax, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He and his mom are outside,
It was cool to fucking watch.
Miss Daisy, you want to come out and see the lightning? No.
Nope.
I'm in bed, right? I'm like, I'm gonna give 2 shits. How you gonna be able to sleep through this with my eyes closed? That's how.
So, hey, we're coming to the end of our cigars. Final thoughts?
I've been talking, so mine went out.
Yeah.
Hang on. To counter some of what was said, I didn't have a problem getting mine lit or staying lit, but I think that's because I heard you guys say that and was a lot more keeping an eye on it a lot more. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I was scrutinizing it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway through.
Halfway. You're about 3/4 through.
About halfway. The funky taste is gone.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've got a nice sweet undertone of the Sumatra. I've got the spicy on the Corojo. It's a pleasant stick. It's just that first third that's a little wonky.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the sweet. I'm still getting wood, which is fine, but I'm not really getting the sweetness.
Yeah, I'm not getting the sweetness either, but I'll agree with that. That rough third is gone.
Yeah.
But it was a rough ride to get there.
Right. Yeah.
So again, not a bad cigar. Not something I would probably put in my my short list rotation.
Yeah.
But
occasional.
If you, again, like we said, if you see one, if it's in your price point and you feel from what you've heard of the blend, it's in your wheelhouse, don't be afraid to try it.
Right.
It's definitely worth a try. It's just probably not, like I said, probably not something I'd keep on my short list of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know next recording, we have the final version provided by one of our listeners, John Lauder, the Espinosa knuckle sandwich. I believe it's the box press Maduro.
It is.
Oh.
So I'm looking forward to that coming up.
Yeah.
And then the show after that is going to be the Cargo. It's a yardstick, obviously, but it's a pretty good, get them on Cigar Bid for like $30 a bundle. And it's a very adequate everyday smoke.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to miss that box pressed for the next show.
Where are you next week?
Week after you be Reno.
Yeah.
Friend's birthday party.
Well, we can always record early if we want. It's up to you guys.
Either or.
I also forgot. I have some news.
Some news.
In June, I will be attending a informal courthouse wedding.
Oh.
For someone we know.
Is Boat Boy getting married?
Boat Boy proposed to his girlfriend Tasha at the Marin Headlands overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge last weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So they are very excited, and they asked me to be a witness. So I will be going down there to do that.
You wearing your panda onesie?
Close. They almost considered asking me to officiate, but they decided to have the notary do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very cool.
Because they had like 3 options, and they decided instead of trying to pick one, they just invited those 3 people to be witnesses.
Gotcha.
So I'm excited. I'm very happy for them. They're excited too.
That's awesome.
Also, you guys haven't seen Boat Boy in a hot minute. He looks every bit an extra from Pirates of the Caribbean that you would expect him to. He's got full beard now. He's got several new tattoos from his various trips and voyages. I'll see if I can snag a picture from him if he's willing, but he did that. I think I mentioned it a couple months ago. He did a big long, like 4-month cruise through South Asia, up through Japan and back over. So he did his traditional Golden Dragon for sailing the of Southeast Asia and the Sea of Japan and stuff. So I dig that he's about the traditional Navy tattoos. That's very cool. Or for traditional sailor tattoos, I should say.
Nice.
Oh, and there's also something that hopefully we'll get a little footage for you guys, not on this recording, obviously, but Hogback Distillery's on their way to California as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get to see Graham and Catherine and drink some whiskey in a couple days.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
And then, by the way, when this comes out, Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest tickets will be on sale. They actually start. Wait a minute. Let me check the calendar because.
Forgive me, I have not caught up with the episodes I've missed because I've been busy. Have we discussed the venue change and all that jazz?
We have. I'm sorry. When this episode airs, tickets go on sale Monday. The Monday after we put this out for you. So tickets will go on sale 8 a.m. Mountain Time Monday. If you're going to go, get on that.
Monday as in this release is Sunday.
That's correct. The next day.
Okay.
Yes.
So
tomorrow, if you're hearing
tomorrow, it's releasing. Get on that shit. If you're going, Beyond the Humidor will be present. I am going to go and give you guys a lay of the land of the new venue in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and see what goes on with that one. Ticket prices are, if I remember correctly, $180 for general admission, $350 for VIP, $600 for executive VIP. You do want to get your travel arrangements in order as fast as possible. A one-way ticket right now from Cheyenne, Wyoming back to California here is $489 for one way. The only flights out of Cheyenne, Wyoming are on United. And then it is only 2 hours drive from Denver, so you can fly in and out of Denver International and rent a car too. That's just the other option. But kind of looking forward to it. Kind of iffy normal because I've done this will be the 8th trip out there. So, but it's still a good time. And, you know, the party atmosphere that we had that first couple of years that we went 2019, 2021, 2022, I think they're really trying to bring that back because Wyoming doesn't have the communist bullshit that Colorado has brought into play over the last few years. So I think it's really going to be a good time.
Sounds good.
I'm going to have to make a decision between now and next Monday then.
Yes,
you are.
If you're going, yes.
Yeah. Because the math works out. I found this out. The math works out to go about that distance it's the same cost for me to drive as to fly at this point.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to fly to Boise, and then Tommy and I are going to road trip it from Boise. It's a 10-hour drive from Boise to Cheyenne, and then I'm going to fly home because I need to go back to work like an adult. But it's going to be an interesting weekend, I think. There's only 2 cigar lounges in Cheyenne, so to accommodate 3,000 cigar smokers, I think it's going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah, you got to tell us about that when you get back.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I had planned originally to stop at one of them just because to, top up on cigars or check them out or something. But again, as was the tradition with that trip, by the time I got to where I was going, I did not account for how tired just driving makes you, mentally tired.
Oh, yeah.
So I ended up not going, but yeah, I'm imagining a couple shop owners' buttholes puckered when they heard that news.
Sheesh.
That or they did like the proprietor does here and went, cha-ching!
Yeah.
There's also something else interesting coming out of PCA.
Oh.
The proprietor's grandson, the JP, the junior proprietor, has talked me into a new DuPont lighter from PCA. Picture to follow for you folks. ST DuPont has done a Phantom of the Opera series in their lighters.
Really?
So I am acquiring one of the less expensive DuPonts.
I'm sure.
Because the primary ones were $2,200 each. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, hell no.
No.
How much blood plasma did you need to sell to?
Oh, no shit, right? But, yeah. So real quick before we wind up.
Yeah.
I'm 7 weeks in on GLP-1 now, down 23 pounds. You've started yours for a first week and are down 10. So that's a good plus.
Oh, yeah.
So it's working.
Yes, it is.
You're going to see us getting smaller.
Okay.
Not height-wise, but the guts going away.
Praise be.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Well, if that's all there is, Greg, take me home. As you can see, the cigar is down to the nub. The whiskey is empty, so I think it's about that time. I want to thank you for joining us, and on behalf of Anthony, Greg, Larry, and myself, thank you for listening. Check us out at limicigarcartel.com. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Hey, if you want to reach out and touch us, info at limicigarcartel.com. That wasn't creepy at all, was it?
Don't touch me.
I'm Scott Robinson, and we look forward to you joining us on the next episode. But until then, stay healthy and safe, and good smoke, good drink, and good life. See ya.